A true artist is not one who is inspired, but the one who inspires others. Welcome to the Art Express, where we express and inspire others through art. I am Tolokbe Lamidi. Today on Gallery Plus 234 Art Fair 2026 return to Lagos not by getting louder but by getting wiser. Curated by Soto Gallery. Now this third edition of the fair centers on a theme that feels less like a concept and more like a way of working. Now this is a fair built around access. Access to artists, to ideas, to ownership and to participation. Let's take a look.
This exhibition features 15+ paintings and visual poetry exploring the in-between of life. It unfolds as a meditation on longing, devotion, and emotional endurance.
Yes, I'm Deborah Okpedun, and I'm one of the exhibiting artists here. The first one is the Shade 3, the second is Tomike, the third is Shade 2, and the first one is the Shade 1. So the idea behind this my work is the idea of subjectivity of perception, in the sense that we humans, we truly don't see people for who they are. We see through our lenses. We don't see people for their true being. We see through our personal filters and our personal interpreters that are being affected these filters are affected psychologically and emotionally, in the sense that we see people through our experiences with them. We see people through our what we've heard about them, our previous knowledge about them, and our history. The history that we know concerning them.
We're at Plus 234 Art Fair. That's a yearly art fair. It happens once every year, and I'm always so excited to see what the team comes up with, the artists that are showing, the sort of diversity that you also get with this fair. The theme this year, I believe, is inclusivity, and I can see that has really been showcased. There are many artists from all across Nigeria, and not just Lagos, even though Lagos is our art capital. Also inclusivity in terms of the sort of medium that you see, so not just painting, the sculpture made out of different materials, so whether wood, metal, other material that is not necessarily not widely used. And I think that's why this fair as well has been so successful. It includes different artists who also may not, be on our typical gallery roster. So artists who you sometimes come here and you really discover new artists and artists who are doing great work. So kudos to the team for putting this together. I think it has been brilliant, and it's getting better every year as well.
My name is Austin Osokbo. This Plus 234 Art Fair and Soto Gallery. This is the third in the series. We decided to do this because we want to tell the African story. As we're in 33 African countries today, and we stand for Africa. So we discovered that the African youth need a lot of expression. So we had to create an opportunity, a platform for them to be able to tell their story, bringing the creative economy into the financial system. So what we do here, we invite young, organized artists, artists that don't have the opportunity to expose their works. We create the platform for them. We invite our customers, we invite the general public, the international community in Nigeria. They all come here to see what Nigerians could do. And I tell you, from this platform, we've seen artists that have been able to take their worlds even beyond our borders. And that is very good for us. And that is, let us be able to tell the African story in a unique way. And we think arts is one of those ways we could tell that story. That's why we're doing this.
So let me talk a bit about Plus 234 Art. This is the 3rd edition. We're very proud to be co-partners in bringing this to life. By its very nature, it's cultural in its approach to things. We're born by Africans to solve the African financial inclusion solution. So one of the areas we support is creatives in the space, in the Nigerian space in particular, art space. So for us, this exhibition is a way of showing the world what talent we have, how we can bring that talent and how we can give them a platform to be financially viable. So this exhibition has more than 1,000 works from over 400 artists from all over Nigeria. It's showing undiscovered artists a platform where their works can be seen for everyone else. They can sell, can get some economic viability for the work that they do. I'm blown away, so to be honest, I'm a new convert myself, and I've started to see the robust talent that we have in Nigeria. It's everything from 2D to 3D to sculptures to photos. I mean, whatever you're looking for, you can find, and there's every price point to look at here. It's so amazing, the vibrancy, the colors, the depth of the storytelling from these pictures are things you won't find anywhere else. So if you've not been here, you have a chance to come and see it over the next 1 week or so. Come and visit and experience some of the art that Plus 234 Art has to offer.
Across the paintings, Sunny Adene's figures inhabit intimate psychological spaces, moments suspended between uncertainty and hope where gesture and color speak as their own emotional language.
My name is Tola Akerele. I am the founder of Social Gallery, producer of the show, and also founder of Plus 234. We have about 400 artists, just over between 400 and 500 artists this year. So all the artists here are emerging artists. So this year's theme was inclusivity. So we traveled around the country looking for artists in underserved communities. We went to 17 states over like a month and a half, and just trying to find artists to have a platform to share their work. So they're here this is the last day of the fair, and then we'll be having a lot of workshops, programs for them, and we have them increase research their work, deepen their practice, have better storytelling, and just really trying to get them to engage the public, engage with galleries, and just create a platform where they can really have some good, engagement.
Through these walks, we're invited to reflect on the spaces we occupy, both physical and emotional, and the ways in which we navigate presence, patience, and resilience in uncertain times. It is a quiet, contemplative exploration of the in-between moments that define our lives.
I'm exhibiting a work. The title is Ekowe Njele. Yes, it's about celebrating the flair in the lifestyle of Lagosians, and also celebrating, expressing it with how they showcase their traditional outfits, and then it's a mix of both, tradition, culture, and the flair. My work is it's a wedding ceremony. It's a wedding ceremony, and you can see the bride and the bridesmaid. You can see how they are dancing. You can see how they are dancing. You can see their attires. So I use the yellow and black, which is quite symbolic with Lagos State, to kind of bring out or put more focus on the bride, as she is the center of attraction for this art piece. And then you can see that she's more, in Yoruba culture, the bride is more, you can identify the bride with the her hair tie. It's more like the biggest one and more celebrated, and then she has a veil on the hair tie.
My name is Jesunimofe Henry Adilego. So my work, predominantly the Shongosino or Mr. Fireman, I took the picture at Osun Osogbo Festival, and there was a Shongo worshipper who was having a particular performance. And afterwards, I went to meet him and I kept calling him Mr. Fireman from Avatar. If anybody who's watched Avatar, The Last Airbender. And he said, oh, that no, his name wasn't Mr. Fireman and that his name was Shongosino. And that led me to explore how westernization has led to dampening of our interpretation of our local and cultural symbols and our local and cultural experiences as a people. What inspired me at that time was the fact that I hadn't seen a Shango worshipper before breathing out fire. So I was very interested in that experience, like, oh my God, this guy is bringing out fire. And that made me to actually document that work. And also now, based on my interaction with the Shango worshipper, that also made me to now begin to explore what it meant for us as a people and as a culture. Is our culture being eroded, and how far has westernization gone, in our interpretation, in terms of our language, in terms of our disposition. So yes.
Welcome back. Now, Between a Prayer and a Song is the debut solo exhibition by Praise Sani Adeniyi, curated by Wana Udobank at the Relay Gallery, Lagos.
This exhibition features 15-plus paintings and visual poetry exploring the in-between of life. It unfolds as a meditation on longing, devotion, and emotional endurance.
The works behind me are just as I said before, they're these women that assume fluid positions. They're mostly painted against abstract fluid backgrounds, which is just my way of saying, how do we as human beings navigate uncertainty? How do we navigate the things we do not know? How do we navigate the times we're living in? And how do we survive through that emotional and physical complexity? So I paint with oil on canvas, essentially, oil on canvas. But for the installation, there was some sort of acrylic because we had to paint the wall. So we used acrylic and oil for the entire project.
The works on display is about rumination. It's basically around the ideas of uncertainty and clarity, right? So the artist is in this state where they're thinking about the present and thinking about the future, and they're trying to figure out how to hold those tensions and those emotions together. And so that's what a lot of the work is expressing. And so how does that kind of live in the body? How does that show throughout the paintings as well? If you see some of the works behind me, you also see that there are two characters, one facing behind and one looking forward. And it's a kind of dissociation that has come with rumination, that has come with thinking, pondering, the exhaustion from it. I say that it's basically these characters are in inertia. And so we are seeing how that shows in their bodies, how they're positioned, and kind of how, and in their eyes as well, most importantly. But then we also have these backdrops that are very unclear. And those unclear spaces kind of represent this, will I say, psychic state of mind, right? Or the emotional state of the characters. So this is where their thinking and dreaming, and what does it mean to kind of find clarity. And so that's represented through this sort of blurry background as well.
This exhibition features 15 plus paintings and visual poetry exploring the in-between of life. It unfolds as a meditation on longing, devotion, and emotional endurance. Across the paintings, Sunny Adene's figures inhabit intimate psychological spaces, moments suspended between uncertainty and hope where gesture and color speak as their own emotional language. Through these works, we're invited to reflect on the spaces we occupy, both physical and emotional, and the ways in which we navigate presence, patience, and resilience in uncertain times.
Good thing about her is that she keeps getting better, and these are very wonderful. I mean, for me, this seems like the one I like the most. It seems like the one because I think it speaks to the human person. If you look at the painting itself, there are two sides to it. One is facing away and one is facing the person who is looking at it. And it tells you a lot of things. It could be making a decision, it could be doing something in life, and that is a constant thing across all our paintings. You can't look at one and not be moved or wanting to think about something about what she's doing. And it's very wonderful. In fact, it's very hard to even pick a particular one. That's my favorite here, because all of them are actually my favorite. But this particular one that I highlighted now, and I think it speaks to the theme of having to go to like two different decisions. You have one that is looking away and one that is looking at you. It could be a yes or no, ice and fire, water and rain. So that's just very happy to be here, to be honest. If you think back years before, we had artists who were doing very amazing things, but were not getting proper money or return for their work, which was very discouraging. But now, as an artist now, you will not have that fear, because if you come up with something very creative, very nice, someone out there could just look at it and say, I'll pay you this amount of money for it. So they are able to get appreciated for the work they are doing. And that is very remarkable. So it's an industry we need to promote and encourage more people to come into it and explore, and let's see the creative work they're doing.
Firstly, she's a very good friend of mine and a very brilliant artist. She's been doing this for many years. She loves this. She loves doing art, very passionate about it. She's an amazing artist, and as you can see the works around, beautiful representations, particularly works like this one and that one that could represent various ideas, cold and hot, black and white, yes and no, sad and happy. You can give various interpretations to her works.
Welcome back. Now, this year, Ajoyo has set a Guinness World Record title for the most photos of people wearing Adire patterned clothing. Now, this is to celebrate and preserve the Nigerian cultural heritage by showcasing the traditional resist-dyed textile globally. Let's take a look.
Co-founder of Ajoyo NG. It's nice to meet you, TVC. It's very important to us as Nigerian creators and entertainers to continue to promote Nigerians and Nigerian brands. We're starting with Adire, of course. At Ajoyo, we believe in cultural experiences that promote Nigerian roots and heritage. So Adire for us is a primary target because it was created by Nigerians and it has become a worldwide sensation. we thought why not have a GWR to break the record of actually wearing Adire with other Nigerians, because this is something that belongs to us. But many countries don't even know that. A lot of people wear Adire and they don't know that it was created by Nigerians. So this is important for us to stamp our role as innovators in the world.
And I'm here for Ajoyo. I came here at the beginning of this GWR, and you know, I've been anticipating since we were told that there was going to be an Adire GWR for Ajoyo. And you know, the day finally came, the weather was good, and you know, everywhere looks colorful. I mean, Adire, of course, you know, it's one of Africans, or most likely Nigerians' finest material. So, you know, wearing this makes me look like a proud Nigerian.
My name is Adire. I'm a co-director at Ajoyo. Well, this initiative is for us to promote our rich culture in Nigeria. The world needs to know that we have what can meet any standard any day. I mean, I'm so proud of people here. You can see everywhere, different color, different style, different views. I mean, this is the creativity that we know, and we must continue to project it across the world. That is why Ajoyo is doing this.
Now we have been aware of what we had before, and now we are more aware to promote it and make it our own. So a few years from now, I see us having new innovations of what to do with what we already have. Wow, it's been fun, colorful. I love everything I've been seeing. It's been awesome. I love it. I like every attire. I like the colors, like I said. I mean, it's different. It's something fresh. So I really love it. I've been getting a lot of compliments today. So it's been awesome. Let's wear our own. Oh, let's wear our own. Very important. Don't we look good? Don't I look good? So let's wear our own.
The aim of the event was to be in the Guinness to beat the Guinness World Record, and I think they've achieved that. But it goes beyond that. It allows us to celebrate our cultural heritage. It gives me so much joy, you know, seeing young people, you know, embracing our culture, our heritage, our fashion with Adire. I'm a custodian of African culture. As the founder of Africa Fashion Week, London and Nigeria, you know, events like this gladden my heart. When I see cultural events showcasing our identity, showcasing our culture, showcasing our heritage, and also growing our GDP, because Adire has gone international.
Vanessa Hart by name. I'm representing our culture and the festival of the season, which is Ajoyo Adire.
Guinness World Record 2026. I believe it's not only something we should keep on doing, it's also a means to diversify our culture. We're in the 21st century, so why don't we tweak the Western culture into our own heritage? Hence why I'm on a dinner gown made from Adire, my brand by the way. I just feel I love umbrellas. I said I just want to tweak my hair. I don't feel like putting a tiara. Let me make something.
Co-founder of Ajoyo, I am always promoting Nigerian businesses, and the performing group 11 is one of them. Ajoyo will always bring cultural experiences to you. We always have a Christmas event. It's called the Pre-Christmas Fair, where we promote Nigerian businesses just like this, and of course have a lot of performances. We're always going to do something that has never been done before. So you're going to see things like the biggest Christmas tree, you're going to see the largest Adire gathering. There will always be a record that we're moving to beat. So you can best believe that in the next couple of months we are going on another ride, and we want you there with us, please.
Wow, wow, wow. It's time for me to say my goodbyes. But before then, the world always seems brighter when you've just made something that wasn't there before. So what are you waiting for? Go create that great masterpiece today, and I'll see you again same time next week. Bye.